Mr. Oliver, you want to keep her, you just don't want to marry her. Is that accurate?
I mean, he kind of bent it a little bit.
You bent it a little bit? Okay.
A little bit.
You straighten it out for me, Mr. Oliver. What is your position with respect to Ms. Acosta?
I don't think we're ready.
Okay. Now, let me ask you this. Were you ready for that baby?
No, I wasn't. I wasn't ready.
It was a surprise.
It was.
It was a surprise.
Right.
Does that alter at all your desire or the effort you feel you need to put into maintaining a relationship with Ms. Acosta?
No.
Really? Ms. Acosta, why don't you tell me, what is it about Mr. Oliver that makes you want to get that ring?
I mean, from day one, that's what I expected to come out of our relationship.
When you say from day one, tell me a little bit about how you two got together.
Well, when we met, it was where I was working. He would come in and do business, cash checks with us, and then we did that for months until he asked me out on lunch, and then from there, we just didn't separate. We've been together since. It's actually been 3 years.
3 years? Now, how long were you dating before you two moved in together?
We kind of fully moved in together when I was pregnant, when I got pregnant.
Okay. So,
We're just
do you
staying
think that the
with each other.
pregnancy was in part the reason why you actually began to cohabitate together, because
Well,
you were having a baby?
No, he had been staying the night, almost every night before then.
He didn't just have all his stuff over.
Yeah.
And once you got pregnant, he brought his stuff over.
Yeah.
Ms. Acosta, you say once you got pregnant, he started cheating. Is that true?
Well, he had cheated before I got pregnant.
When was the first time you caught him cheating?
She ain't called me.
Yes, I did.
Hang on.
It was
She ain't called me.
the first time. It was early on before the baby. I had found a girl in his phone that her number was saved. I had read all the messages, but he didn't cheat. So.
Okay. Mr. Oliver, do you admit that there was a conversation between you and another woman that was of an intimate nature?
It wasn't intimate.
It was intimate.
No,
it was
it
very
wasn't.
intimate.
Give me some examples.
You see, because he wasn't caught red-handed, he's now trying to minimize the situation and just dumb it down. It wasn't intimate, it wasn't all that. But even without having the physical intimacy, once you are emotionally disconnected with your spouse and already getting along with somebody on that level, it already shows that you are emotionally cheating on the person. It doesn't have to be physical for it to be properly cheating. This guy is just minimizing things here.
Examples of the things
It was
that were
a picture.
said.
He had asked her for a picture. She sent in, and he was like, "Oh, you're so sexy," like. And then she asked him for one. He sent her one, but it was a lot of.
Everybody had their
mostly
clothes on in the
compliments.
pictures?
Yes.
Yeah, she did.
Okay, oh good.
Yeah. No, it was just.
Just for my own edification.
mainly compliments to her that.
Just being nice, little flirty, something that you really wouldn't have done in front of her, right? But it wasn't a full-on cheat, according to you.
It wasn't a full-on cheat.
Yeah.
He said.
Ms. Acosta, did you ever catch him on a full-on cheat?
No.
No.
I'm not talking to you.
I'm just here to help.
I don't need any help
Okay.
at all.
I'm just.
Ms. Acosta.
Not actually with somebody. No.
Yeah. So what kind of things does he do that you feel disrespects your relationship?
The second time was with his ex that we had already dealt with, and he had already changed his number. And then when I was 9 months pregnant, she came up again, and he had been talking to her for a whole year.
Now, when you say they were talking, were they just chit-chatting, they stayed friends, and there was no issues, or were
have no
there
idea.
inappropriate innuendos?
Well, the day I found out, there was nothing before what I read. Everything was deleted. But the only thing that was in there for months was voicemails. The one that day, it was she said, "We were talking all day. Why don't you answer now?" And he had just got home. That's why.
Mr. Oliver, do you have anything to say about that?
That
Is she telling me something?
definitely not true.
He wasn't there.
What happened?
We were on a split, and I admitted to her that I did call my ex, and it was one of those things where I had we had been together for so long, then we were on the split, and it was kind of one of those things. Am I leaning
something
back?
Was leaning back into
Am I
somebody you
leaning
knew
back,
and it was
or
comfortable
am I
and all
really
of that.
going for it?
Gotcha.
So when I did that, it was like, no, I'm not leaning back. I'm going forward.
Who wants to tell me the soggy sandwich story?
I told her, it's things that, like, she gets on my case about, about a lot of things that I could be doing and just whatever to help the relationship. And I also, like, okay, well, it go both ways. Like, I get up every day to go to work. Some days I be up at 4:30, 5 in the morning, and, we have the newborn baby at home, and I'm like, you can get up and help me make my lunch in the morning. Like, you want me to come home and do these things after a long, hard day. Well, okay, well, little things. Okay, well, because I don't want you to make my sandwich the night before because it's going to be soggy, there's other things that you can do beside make my sandwich. You can get my water jug ready. You can get my snacks that I'm going to eat with my sandwich ready. You can get my chips ready. Like, it's other things that you can do besides get my sandwich. Like, and because I don't want you to make my sandwich the night before, I don't get no lunch. And I'm just saying there's other things you can do.
Do all the side dishes that don't get soggy.
Why not?
Why not? Now, I'm gonna ask you this. It seems like a very small thing to ask.
Right. Right.
Is that the tip of a bigger iceberg, or is that your
just
big
an example.
complaint?
Like, it's things that you want me to just do and you want me to just come up with as a man in a relationship. I should just know to do this. I should just know to do that just by being in a relationship and as a man. And it's like, okay, well, there's two sides to that. As a female, it's things that you can just be doing. It's things that you can just be stepping up and doing also as a female.
Let me help you with that concept.
Okay.
In my own relationship, in my marriage, actually, my wife, these things, I didn't even request for it. She just does it. And I see the sacrifice she makes on doing these things. Like, as little as when I'm going to work, she wakes up with me as early as I'm going to work, prepares stuff for me. When she does these little things, of course, when she requests something, I do it. And I help out as much as I can help out because I know that she will also do the same for me. So a relationship is actually a partnership and it's two-way. I understand that now there's no longer the traditional type of relationship as kind of like washed away, but it still doesn't take away the partnership involved in a relationship. And remember that there are no rules to your relationship. Your relationship is dependent on how you guys move and how you guys agree upon. So in this case, when he was explaining his own side of it, and he's using this as examples, they look like too much to ask. But if she's willing to do it, then fine, so be it.
Mr. Oliver posited a very interesting theory about things as a man that you expect him to do while you're not doing things as a woman that he expects you to do. Am I right about that? Do you know what he's talking about?
Yeah, I know what he's talking about.
Explain it to me.
Well, he doesn't want a wife, so why should I do wife things for him? I just feel like he doesn't want.
Wait, hang on. You didn't explain to no one.
Well, okay.
Has explained to me what everyone seems to be defining as the female role and the male role. I need some examples. Break it down.
Well, because I cook, I clean the house, I take care of everything else. I feel like as a man, I mean, what he's saying he comes home and does, that's what he should do. I don't ask for anything.
Does she cook and clean and take care of the house and the kids and everything's pretty much copacetic in that area? Okay. What are the things that she's asking of you as a man that you don't feel you need to do?
I mean, I feel I need to do, what I need to do in the relationship. I mean, I'm not putting no limitations on.
Mr. Oliver, I like you, but you're killing me.
No.
Here's the deal. I'm trying to figure out what exactly is going wrong at your house.
All right.
And it seems to me that you believe that she's not doing some of the things that she ought to do as a woman, which keeps you from doing some of the things you ought to do as a man because it's not fair. Did I get that part right?
Yeah, you're pretty right there.
Okay. Now, if you could just muster up the ability to give me one or two examples of what you mean by the things she needs to do as a woman and the things that she's asking you to do as a man that you don't feel you need to do until she does the things that she needs to do as a woman.
I guess that's where the problem at. I guess that's why we're here. We need you to kind of help us explain to us so we both can see what, some of the things that goes on so we both can understand. Somebody's on the wrong track right here.
I feel I do as much as I can for where we're at. I feel that the extra sandwich and coffee, that's when you're married, your wife can do. If you want to.
Do you mean to tell me that you two people came in here and the only example of the discord that you can find is that sandwich?
No, that's it. No.
If somebody, and I love my husband, can find is that sandwich?
No, that's it. No.
If somebody, and I love my husband, we've been together for 28 years, and I love him to death, but if someone said, list 5 things he does that annoys the crap out of you, bam, I'm off to the races. What I want to know is what the problem is other than the sandwich.
Well, the
no
sandwich...
patience. She has no patience with me. I mean, she puts me in the doghouse like I really walk on all 4 legs. And
Give me an example of a time that she put you in the doghouse.
And my services were volunteered to cook Saturday dinner.
Okay.
Which was fine. I didn't done this before. Fine. My services also were, I'm going fishing. I'm finna be the one to do the fishing thing. Okay, I'll do that too.
Okay.
So when the Saturday come, we get up and we go, the guys, we go fishing and go do our man fishing thing. So in the process of all of that, her family member wanted to rent a boat. But the day before, I always be messing up. I done brought the tent, and for some strange reason, I didn't check the tent, and we got up there, and I didn't have no poles. And hey, things happen. So I was already kind of in the doghouse already. So,
did you get mad at him because he forgot the poles?
Yeah, because we had an argument about how I did not want to borrow a tent. I wanted to buy our own because we go fishing, we go camping every year. So why not invest in our own tent? He wanted to borrow one. The reason why I did not want to borrow one because I don't want to get to where we're at
and not have
poles.
Yeah, I got you.
And that's what happened. But he was already in the doghouse before that because the weekend before that I had found him on a dating site.
Now we're getting somewhere. We're off the soggy sandwich and we're on a dating site. That's something I can work with.
Okay, I think both of them are kind of like just talking past themselves and they don't really have the main source of their problem. In my own assumption, I feel like what they are just trying to say is that the man wants traditional values for woman, and she has kind of like put restrictions in how far she can go to sacrifice in the relationship because he hasn't put a ring on it. So until he wives her, she is not going to do some wifely duties. She already does the basic wifely traditional duties like cooking and cleaning, and she feels that's enough. He wants more, she feels that's enough. And to be honest, I think I can understand both sides, even though I don't really know their relationship dynamic to the most, but I can understand both sides. I think in this particular kind of relationship, the best thing is if he sees the basic qualities of a lady, it doesn't have to be the traditional, she cooks, she cleans, or if he sees the qualities of a lady that she has his best interest at heart, she's there to motivate him, she's a good conversationalist, she doesn't have a bad attitude and she's respectful. These other things are the things that will make you know if she's wife material or not. And to be honest, I think the woman is wife material. I don't know why he has just been having a kind of like a template in his head of what a wife material is, and that's why he's lagging behind and is delaying to actually propose to the lady. Well, I think they should just go ahead with it and get married because, to be honest, they don't even have a problem. The man just feels he has a problem, but he doesn't have a problem.
Oliver, I think I figured this thing out. I'm going to get the examples from Herm, and I'm going to let you respond. You're a counterpuncher, but you can't lead.
Okay.
Because you can't think of the examples. So
okay.
You were upset about the dating site already. My understanding, there are some other things that he has done that has kept him in the doghouse. Please explain.
The other things that he's done?
Yeah.
I'm always doing something, y'all.
I mean, okay.
See, that's
Well,
why
see-
I'm trying to get
I'm
the.
human.
Okay,
And-
so we
Mr. Oliver, please.
when we got to the camping and I was mad about the polls, so the next day, the only day we had the whole day to be there to do something between us. That day he went fishing with my family. He did, and then right after he went with his friend to the boat, and then stayed with him fishing. We weren't everybody was volunteer. We were supposed to do dinner for everybody had their assigned meals. He was supposed to be there to help with that, and
At 5 o'clock, Judge.
No, he went fishing. He
Judge.
didn't come back from the
At
fishing
5
with his
o'clock.
friend. He didn't come back till
Now,
way
you
after
just
that.
started telling me a story about he was on a dating site, and now we're back to fish and boats.
Well, that's after.
Which-
the dating site happened first.
Finish the story about the dating site.
Okay, so it popped up a notification, and I went through. I seen it. I went through it because I went through it, and I got his information from his email, and went onto the website and put his name in and found his whole page. And
What were you doing on the dating site there, Mr. Oliver?
I wasn't doing nothing. She'll tell you I wasn't no activity on there. She went on my phone that's open, unlocked the emails that I haven't even unlocked. And she's seen some old messages that the website was.
No,
What?
he didn't
Mr.
log on
Oliver?
to anything. It was a match popped up in his email for him.
Oh, like we found your match.
Yes,
we found
yes,
you
send them
somebody.
every day.
Right, and that's what he said. They send him every day. That's
They was
how
it.
I seen it.
She was opening
So
them
when
every
I
day.
opened it and got his screen name, his profile name.
Who opened them emails, me or you?
When I seen his profile name,
Yeah.
I went
See?
on my phone to that website.
I got it.
and did that.
I got
And
it.
that's
Well, that's not really like much of a story, because the truth is, dating sites, they will send you matches as far as you still have them active. You have an active account, and sometimes this account you might have forgotten it, but they'll still be popping up in your emails and sending you matches. So I don't think it's concrete enough for her to hold it as a point, because clearly the guy, as he said, he was not using the dating apps and it was in his email. For someone that is active on those sites, they will not even need the email reminder. He will just be getting and doing the stuff on the site. So that one is not even kind of like a big deal, to be honest. I think they don't really have concrete stories. They're in the courtroom for a different reason. They just want to get Judge Lintola's input in their relationship. It's not like they have issues, because the situation that they are saying here is very minor compared to when people are having full-blown altercation and full-blown disagreements. These guys are saying minor situations, very similar to the last video I did about another couple having very minor disagreements and not even knowing how to release their story.
And we're gonna move on.
We're asleep. It's the middle of the night. We're asleep, and he had already seen that the baby was pooped. I didn't know. I do what I always do. I'm breastfeeding, so I woke up, fed him, put him right back to sleep. He was already up and out the room getting diaper and wipes. He comes back in and just goes off about how can I not smell that, how this and that, and then I step over the diaper to grab the baby, and he's, can't you pick up the diaper? Like do something, don't you? I mean, it was a lot more said, but it's
I get the gist. I get the gist. Mr. Oliver, your version of that event.
I don't even remember that.
Let me ask you this: when you do get upset, are you loud and vociferous?
I'm loud here. I'm just loud here.
Yes,
I'm just
you
loud
are.
here. So, I mean, sometimes I might carry to a 10 voice without even knowing. Like, I don't, I'm talking.
What is your main complaint about Ms. Acosta? What's standing in between her and that ring she wants so terribly?
Just to understand more, to
She don't understand you because I don't understand you because you don't know what you're talking about.
It's hard to explain.
Once it's difficult to explain, that means you don't really have a problem. The problem is not just coming from her, it's coming from your expectations of her. And in this situation, it's hard because he can't really pick anything particular to talk about his girlfriend. He doesn't have anything in particular to pick. She doesn't really have an outright attitude. She's not arguing with him for major things. She's just kind of like escalating the little problems he has been causing. So these are minor situations, and sometimes when you have little discomforts with your spouse, you feel like there's more to the story, or there's something more. I feel like you're just being nitpicky here, and I think she is also being very nitpicky. Nobody has a perfect spouse, so you don't expect perfection from your spouse when you two can't be perfect. And that's just the case here. They don't really have anything to complain about.
Mr. Oliver, I enjoy you. I think you're a guy with a good sense of humor. I think you're a guy with a good sense of work ethic. I think you're a guy that wants to do the right thing. That's that. I think you're a very poor communicator. You want her to do things. You want her to give you things. You see deficiencies over there, but you're unable to articulate what they are. If you are unable to articulate what you need, you'll never get it because she won't know what it is. And there's nothing about having a lot of estrogen or oxytocin or whatever we got in our brains that make us know just by sheer hormones what a guy wants from us.
But y'all expect us to know?
No, you're both wrong in that case. I'm saying if you want something, ask for it and make a specific ask. Don't throw out, generally, I don't get what a man ought to get from a woman, because we don't know what that is.
And we don't know what y'all want.
And I'm telling you the same thing, Ms. Acosta. Ms. Acosta, men are weird, women are odd. To the extent that this is true, men and women must explain themselves to one another. So don't say as a man he should. Don't tell him what, he ought to know. He don't know. You got to tell him.
You gotta help me.
Women used to say to me all the time, if he loved me, he would know that. And that is never, ever true. They don't have a clue.
Man, I'm so glad you said that.
Have a clue.
Hey.
I could probably figure it out faster than him, and I don't even know yet.
Right.
But that's because we're both weird and he's odd. Do you see what I'm saying? So what your problem is here is a failure to communicate. There's no petition that I can grant here other than my best wishes, my best hope, and quit saying as a man and as a woman. Just say as a person to person, this is what I need. Everybody understand what I'm saying?
Understand.
There will be no recovery in this matter. It is adjourned.
There's nothing to say here, to be honest. I think Judge Lane just said the one she could say. Clearly, they both have articulation issues. They don't know how to communicate with themselves. They have expectations in their head, and the other person is not keeping up with those expectations, but they can't really pick because this is so minimal and they are not like a specific situation per se. But tell me what you think about this whole situation. I'll go by the name East Coast Prince. This is East Coast Talks, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.